Thank you, Rachel. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you all. It's an absolute pleasure to be here and sort of personally welcome you to the faculty of the Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine. I should say the Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine. It is a pleasure for me to do so. Rachel, thanks and to you and the entire team for putting this on. It is a lot of work to get people here. But I hope you'll be able to sit back and relax for some few hours at least, while some great leaders, some extraordinary leaders get to talk to you about Hopkins, about orienting you to the faculty and all that is really valuable about this place. We are very, very lucky, and I really mean this, that you chose to join this faculty. I feel very happy and proud that you've done so, mostly for us, but hopefully you'll find that that's a good thing for you too. And I think you will, because your colleagues, and I love the finding one new friend today, it is about the people here. And it's not that that isn't true, of course, every place, but I would argue, and I have the advantage perhaps of interacting with lots of places, visiting a lot of other mighty institutions as well. I don't know as there's another place to its core where the faculty, in particular the staff, the students, know why we exist. That core value issue here is deep and it is strong for the last 135 years. I have felt that every moment I've been here. I came here 30 plus years ago as a resident with every expectation I'd be moving back to Colorado, and one twist or turn and the next thing I know I'm bald and a gray mustache, and here I am standing in front of you all. Yeah, you too can be bald with a gray mustache if you just hang in there long enough. But it is, as I described, it is about discovery. Our faculty do discovery, which is specific to try to improve human health. And then if we're doing that well, no matter what your role is, ultimately it's to focus on and translate into the most contemporary patient care. And if we're doing that well, then we know our patients are being treated in the most contemporary environment. And if those two things are happening well, then our trainees, our residents, students, fellows, et cetera, will be learning in the most contemporary environment. And then we will have fulfilled the missions that we have to society. And it is a deep and abiding mission that we have. This focus on that core missions sort of permeates all that we really do. And I think you can feel that at any given moment if you're across the street. This is a outstanding institution. People, because of all of you, come here from around the world, around the country, around the world. But as much as we value that and think about that, which we do, here in Baltimore and at our other sites, we're the community hospital for East Baltimore. And we truly, deeply grasp that straw every single day. It is the core portion of what Johns Hopkins said, that you will care for the sick and poor of Baltimore in his will when he created this place. So that is deep, important, and a driving force for who and what we are here at Hopkins. Johns Hopkins Medicine, as Rachel said, sort of is this umbrella organization, it's a virtual organization in which there's the School of Medicine and then the health system. So the School of Medicine, as you'll hear, is about, let me think now, is it 2,900 faculty members?
More than 5,000 full and part-time.
More than 5,000 full or part-time, thank you. So it is more than 2,900.
Yes, it is.
And about 1,000 trainees of various sorts, about 6,000 other staff, 1.4, I'm looking at Anthony, $1 billion of research in this last year. We can come back to that later if we want to. I don't want to come back to that later, but it is an amazing, unbelievable place. The health system, we're 6 hospitals, 4 insurance companies, a home care group, an international arm, and a sundry other things. So in total, that's 42,000 employees, all rowing almost all the time, not all the time, but almost all the time in the exact same direction to care for more than 3 million patients per year. And to do what I've described is to really, really deliver on what our goals and missions are to improve human health. And we do that, I think, as well as any place, of course, on sort of all the, if you allow me to say, the technical aspects of it. But because of the core missions, I'm also convinced that what William Osler said, the first physician-in-chief of Johns Hopkins, is that we tend, more than any place that I know, to look at a patient who has a particular disease, not a disease who has a patient, doing it in the most humanistic manner possible. So that's our role as faculty members to, of course, always do that, to be able to grab that patient's hand and give them the support they need, to lift up your colleague when they need you, to collaborate. It's that environment that really, truly matters to me. That's why I've stayed here, why I know this place is as great as it is, because of all of you and those features. Let me say one last thing. You've chosen to join and go into academic medicine at a particular time in history. It is a complicated time in the world, of course, and it's a complicated time in particular in academic medicine, but do not fear. We will be able to maneuver through this time. It's challenging. There's a lot of spotlights and focus and different perspectives, people who often view life differently than many of us do. But I have the advantage that many of you don't have, in that I get to go and talk in Washington all the time. I was just there on Friday, meeting with a number of officials, again, who are in the administration, who have different perspectives perhaps than us. But let me reassure you, in the most strongest way I can, that they view Johns Hopkins in a way they don't necessarily think about every other institution. Not that they have no critiques about who we are and what we do, but they do believe Hopkins has a particular role in society. And I will tell you, and those of you who have been here long enough, who've had to hear me speak before or have to endure hearing me speak before, we do have a special place. Society needs Johns Hopkins, what it is we do. And the trust and the trusted name that comes with that in the work that you all do is extremely important to this country and to the world right now. And I think a lot of people truly understand that. So it is such a pleasure, truly, for me to welcome you here, to have you on this faculty, and I look forward to getting to know some of you, hopefully in the near future. So Rachel, with that, I want to thank you all for being here. God bless.